Hello, my name's Randy Grover. This is my first session of channeling. I channel all day, every day since youth. I just didn't realize I was channeling. People couldn't understand me. People looked at me differently. My ideas were different. Everything was unique. I could see things from perspectives that others couldn't. And, I just took it because I was just thinking differently than other people, not realizing I was channeling a whole different perspective, a whole different reality, a whole different realm of reality that people were not aware of or were tuned into. Tuned into is more of the lingo I would go with, because it's a frequency that I've discovered helped me become one with the universe. So today I was pushed by Creator and the angelics and the spirit guides that are pushing me to help evolve humanity in my little way, to attempt channeling on video for the first time. I've never done this with cards. I have some simple cards. They're called oracles. They're Mario Duguay. I'm not sure if they're, the healing energy oracle cards, right? They were a gift from my daughter. And I'm just going to read what's on the cards. And then I'm going to get into the zone that I'm going to slip into in a meditative state. Being that this is the first time I'm recording myself do this, and I'm going to channel into the Akashic Records for information. I'm using a Vajra to connect me to universal knowledge. I breathe my intentions through the Vajra. My intentions go into the universe and come back to me through frequency and resonance that I hold within my heart. I have already sat with the cards and the Vajra. The energy is set. The intention is within the cards. I will take one card, read it, sit with it for a minute, which you'll have to bear with me. And then I think after I read what I feel from that card, I'll end up finishing up with the bottom card. The card I've cut is freedom through faith. Freedom through faith. Freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God, Source, Creator. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. Divine timing means everything. I trust His will and find freedom. Today happens to be Sunday. So God is in the air on Sundays a little bit stronger. No matter what you think about on Sunday, it's that supposed day of rest, which is just a biblical term. Okay, so through this card, it begins with, I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. And that tells me that fear is what's running your whole physiology, throughout your whole body. Fear is running it. And there's many fear factors out there. There's the financial fear. There's your ability to do your job right, fear. Am I being judged by others? Fear. There's all that expectation that's put on you in your own head that you think you need to overcome, right? Be better at this, be better at that. Make these people happier, make these people happier. In that, there's an underlying fear of never being able to achieve what it is you're expected of. And you're just putting those expectations on yourself. You do your job, you get paid, whatever that is. You're a parent, you do your job the best that you can. Everything comes with that expectation that you think other people want from you. But you and yourself are the only one that you need to worry about first. Fear is holding you back. I, for one, gave up on fearing anything because nothing has ever, killed me yet. So why would I even be afraid of something that could kill me? What would happen if I were to be killed in a car accident? What happens if I, disappear from the planet and leave my family without me? Well, it's clear that they have to move on, right? If I'm gone, then I'm gone. Nothing, Fear, fear, I got rid of that long ago. There's nothing that someone can do to me that can scare me or make me afraid of something that I don't know. Right? That's where fear is. Things that we don't know, that are laid out before us, that keep us from being free. We're always in that fear factor mode no matter what. And we have to overcome that. Fear holds us all back from moving forward in a spiritual context. because it's holding on to a piece of us inside of us that isn't spiritual. There's so many things that are keeping us as humans and trapped in this world that we're in because of all the factors that hold us down, like money and education and health. It's all tied in together. And religion. Religion keeps you afraid of something, right? Afraid of death, afraid of the devil. What if I've sinned too much and I'm not going to heaven? That's what keeps you down. Fearing those things freed me to see reality here on the planet is not what we've evolved into. What we've evolved into is somebody else's plan. And I live one of those plans of somebody else that the other somebody else's plan has used to keep us tied down, and that's the workaday plan. That fear factor of, I gotta get to work, I gotta get a paycheck, I gotta pay the bills. What if I don't get enough? What if I don't get enough? What if, that fear of not being successful enough? And we go to work every day. That's, look it up. Henry Ford, who created the automotive industry, which we're all living in, his reality every day. Every day it's all about the oil and the gas and moving around in these cars that every household has. But that was his dream. And he was also the one that brought in, the industrial factories, the production model and the 5-day work a week, right? That we live on this whole, working for the weekend. Not everybody gets the weekend off, but that was the agenda back in the day. Now that fear factor has always been there since we've had to go to work every day. Right? Before that everyday work day, what were we doing? We were just surviving somehow. Everybody had food somehow, everybody survived somehow, but they weren't working the scheduled work a day. And, it wasn't until the Piggly Wiggly came along that there was grocery stores. Now there's the fear of, oh my God, is there going to be anything on the shelves if something happens in our grocery stores? Because if, heaven forbid, transportation stops and food doesn't get across the countries, then people are going to miss out on the food in the grocery stores, and there's no way to get food anymore because we don't have gardens. So there's so many different fear factor levels that, somehow we got ourselves into as humans that we can't get out of now. We all have to actually take a look at some of these preppers and say, well, they were a little early on getting ready, because now, all that stuff they were storing 20 years ago is 20 years old. And here we are in this state now where if we were to try to become preppers, it'd be so expensive. So those guys that did it 20 years ago, they might have had something right hand down to their children. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's the fear factor that we're all living in. And the message that I'm getting is that fear holds us all down. Everybody is afraid of something. All across the earth, if at one point in time there was no fear all around the world at one time, just imagine the beautiful harmony and frequency coming from the planet, doing so much to shift the whole human experience if there was no fear. Like where I live in Canada, we're afraid of the future, but I can't imagine what it's like being in a country that's being bombed. There's nothing but fear everywhere. Fear of what's next. Everywhere, that's not protected from the bombing, wars. Fear is raging and getting worse, and we have to stop the fear. We have to stop the fear all around the world. So there's nothing to fear. How do we do that? The universe is out there doing what it does every day. The creator of this universe is beyond explanation, but that creator did not ever intend for anyone to have negative frequency in their body, in their life. We're all positive, just energy, frequency. There's no need for negative vibes. There's no need for them in our experience. And to be able to rise above that is to remove fear first. Meditate when you can. Take 5 minutes. Just take 5 minutes. Sit down. Connect with a frequency within your body that makes you feel like you're there, where you're connected to Creator. Tell Creator what you fear. Tell Creator what you fear, and tell Creator that you want it removed from your life. You want all the fear that you've had in your soul, that you've held for so long that you've forgotten. Just ask Creator to remove it. One step at a time. Don't expect miracles. Do it every day. Do it every day. Just ask Creator to remove the fear. Get into that place. Identify the fear. Bring it forth. And ask for it to be removed from your life. And this is timeless. Anybody that reads this, or sees this, it's just some good advice from a card. The energy I got from this card came forth. If you've heard it before, someone meant good in your life. Just get rid of the fear. Start there. Believe in your soul. If you've got the belief in your soul, and just believe in your soul is actually connected. And now that we are in these turmoil times, we need more connection to a higher frequency across the planet. One step forward of you bringing that frequency up will make a difference in the fear factor radiating from this planet. We gotta remove it, one step at a time. Thanks for listening. Next time we'll maybe go deeper. I forgot that I had to take the bottom card and add it to the reading. So the bottom card is called Positive Action. This card is on the bottom of the deck. Positive Action. I focus on the beauty in me, and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust to God, Creator, Source. Well, that just tells me what I said earlier. Just a little bit of action makes a difference. Positive action. Just lift a little bit of negativity from your soul and gives room for more positivity. I focus on the beauty in me, and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now, because there is only the present and the now. How you act in the now is a vibration to the next now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust to God, Creator, Source. And you can't change the fear of other people. You can't change the fear that other people project upon you. But you can change how you absorb other frequencies. You can change how you keep the fear within you. And here it is. It's positive action. Just one little change in who you are. Removing negativity, giving room for more positive. And I've said that to other people that I've heard. I've heard it said that you can't, if you've got too much negativity in your life and you observe that and you see that the negativity is just swallowing you up and you want to remove negativity, well, it's very, very hard to just remove what's in your head. You've got space for so much positive and so much negative that it ends up that all you have to do is remove the negative. Just keep removing the negative thoughts, and eventually the positive thoughts will fill that space. You can't just constantly look for more positive to try to fill the negative if you can't remove the negative, because that space is still filled. So by removing a little bit of negative in your life, like fear, next will be judgment. I'm sure. We'll see what card comes up next time. But fear's got to go. Fear's got to go. You got to make positive action happen in your life for that to do that. Good luck with it. Happy Sunday.